About 3 years into the marriage, I had been dealing with this trauma that became pronounced when I got into the marriage. And then I kind of didn't understand how to navigate it. He was, I don't know, I felt he was a bit too nice. He was too loving. I don't know if that's normal, but I just got to a point in the marriage, I felt that he was too good for me. So there was one day I told him that we should end the marriage, let everybody go their separate ways. And he was asking me why. I said, I don't know, but I think we can't work. I think I'm like, I can't hold a marriage together. And then what happened that period was that we had gone through a very traumatizing time as a family. I had a miscarriage, then I lost my foster mother. 6 months later, his own mother passed. 6 months later, his father passed. 6 months later, I had another miscarriage. And so it was like both of us had bottled up too much. So we were just drifting apart. And I don't know whether we didn't know or we didn't realize it. So he would wake up very early in the morning and go to work and come back very late in the night, which was not his usual character. I, on the other hand, was feeling like he was emotionally absent in the marriage. I was feeling lonely. So I started chatting with my other friends, male friends, on phone, and then so he comes back this particular night, and then this particular morning, and then we're just gisting, and then he takes my tab and he finds the chats, and everything just switched from there. And what happened till tomorrow is one of the reasons why I have extremely deep respect for him. So he drops my phone where he found out that I was chatting with somebody. He drops my phone and then takes out his own phone that is like times 4 the value of my phone, and his own phone that has majorly most of his work, and then he smashed it on the wall. He used the hand and he hit the wall. And then his eyes were all red. Me, who was still dealing with trauma, I just said, okay, this is the end. So I said it, nothing can really come out of this marriage. Nothing can come out. I can't hold anything together. So this is like the end of it. In fact, that was the night where I attempted my thought suicide, right? And then he picks up my phone and calls the person I was chatting with and tells him, don't worry, tomorrow morning, I'll put her on the next flight to Lagos. You people can continue your love. And I remember trying to apologize. I didn't have the right words. I ran to a friend's house. And she was like, okay, what do we do? Should I join you to come and beg him? I said, that will even make it worse. Because my husband is extremely private. So he won't even want to know that I had told a third party. And so it was just a roller coaster of emotion. I think that was one major thing I can't forget, because that phone, I kept that his phone. I said, I'm going to show it to our children to let them understand that to make your marriage work, there are deal breakers. I know he can tolerate a lot, but that was like a deal breaker. So it wasn't like infertility in the real sense of the word, but I mean, I was caught. That's just the truth.
When one has a focus before doing a thing, it helps the lifespan of that particular project or activity to last. So for me, I said divorce is a no-no. It's out of it. And then whatever the issue is, we stay here together, we resolve it. Like somebody asked a question, said, why do you love this woman? He said, because she's tall, because she's fat, because she has a big bum, because she has this, she has that. And I said, you know that one day those bum will go flat.
Yeah.
That beauty will fade. And that's what happens. He said, well, let's get there. And they asked another person, why do you love this person? He said, I just love this person. And there's no particular reason. It's just because I love the person. Now, I'm thankful to God for many things. I can't really say, they say, count your blessings, name them one by one. And it surprise you what the Lord has done. There are days I wake up in the night and I look at her. And I say, of everybody in this world, is this one person I'm married to? Before I got married, my brother said, I made that statement, said, one day you wake up and you look at her and say, of every human being in the world, is this person you chose? He said, that night will determine if your marriage will last or it will fail. And it actually happened, I think, 2 or 3 times. When I woke up and looked at her at night, I was like, of all human beings.
You look at trouble.
But I scaled that hurdle, and I'm grateful to God for it. Taking care of me, yes, she tries. But taking care of those in need, she's good at that. My wife comes in. She's tired. Baby, I'm tired. I have a headache. My body is sending me the baby, this and that. I say, oh, sorry, where do we start from? And then her phone rings. I'm like, don't worry, don't take the call. said, no, let me see it. Hello, who is this? My name is so. So yes, what's the problem? Child has been molested. Where? When? How? And I'm like, I thought she was tired. Where? Abba, this is 10 o'clock. I'm on my way. And I'm like, this is the person that was telling me, I'm tired, this. And she heads up to Maraba at 10 p.m. and comes back at 12 a.m., 1 a.m. And she now comes back and tells me, baby, I'm tired, my body is aching. I'm like, 419. Scam. Heavy scam. So based on that experience, whenever she tells me, I'm tired, I'm feeling sick, I don't believe. Because I know one call will change everything. But so far so good, it's been someone that is open.
So my name is Oluwatoyin Falaye. I'm a lawyer, but I'm also a public speaker. I'm a coach. I'm an author. I'm a woman in ministry as well. And then I run an NGO.
Falaye something is my name. I'm a civil engineer.
1,
I'm her husband
2,
and the man in charge of every other thing she has said.
So when we got into marriage, he was always constantly saying that there's no divorce. Why me? I was always constantly saying, if we do 3 years and there are nothing, we are going apart. If we do 5 years. In fact, the last threat I made was on the 10th year because we had another major issue recently. And I think that's where I have now gotten to where he has gotten to ahead of me. Because I had always thought, if this is not working, we can go our separate ways. He came into the marriage with his mindset that we are never going apart. For me, I think that was what was working for him. So even while I was dealing with all the voices in my head, you can end it, you can walk away. He already felt there's no way we're going to. So the day I was saying this marriage is over, and I'm saying, okay, you're taking the TV, this TV, I'm taking this TV. We're dividing this set into 2. I literally stood in front of him. I was giving those orders. And he was just looking at me and smiling. And in my head, I'm thinking, sir, I don't understand. I said, this marriage is over. And he just smiled and walked away. So I think for him, he already came with the mindset, I don't want to use we die here syndrome, but like we stay here and do it. So it is recently that I'm also getting to that point in the marriage. I'm saying 10 years, where would I even be going to? And what would be my reasons for walking away?